Yeah, good afternoon, one and all. Now, today's speaker is Mayur Dhatrak for the afternoon session. He works in the Frames Oil and Gas Company. Mayur is a part of the design of oil and gas sector for the past 8 years. He has been practicing Sahaja Yoga since the last 3 years and has found Sahaja Yoga to benefit each and every human being in all aspects of life. He will be presenting you. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Radhika ma'am, for the introduction.
Uh,
Uh, I wish good afternoon to all the participants, and I also thank all of you on behalf of the Search Yoga team for attending this session. Now I'll start with my presentation. Okay. So today we are going to have a very practical session on Sahaj Yoga. Okay. So Sahaj Yoga is basically a field of meditation where we try to attain a state of thoughtless awareness. So before we start this program, I would like to start with a small activity. Okay, in this activity, I will request all the participants to please close their eyes for next 30 seconds. Okay, and after we open our eyes after those 30 seconds, then we will start with this interactive session. So I request all the participants to please close their eyes for next 30 seconds. Okay. Uh, I will request all the participants to now please open their eyes. Now I'd like to know from the participants what happened when they close their eyes. You can either turn on the mic and speak up, or you can put the messages in the chat section and tell me what happened. Did thought come? Did any of the participant had thoughts in their mind, or you were thoughtless? Okay, Deepak sir says he started counting. Bhavani ji says he felt relaxed. Okay, so Mr. Mathaivan said that he had thought in mind. Usha ma'am said she was thoughtful. So that's nice. So generally, what happens? Okay, uh, whenever we close our eyes or even we are doing some activities, our mind is always filled with thoughts. We have always different types of thoughts. So if you see this pendulum, okay, so this pendulum is sort of pendulum of our thoughts. So the thoughts that those which come to our mind, okay, they're either from our past or either from the future, but they are never from the present. We are either thinking what happened in the past, okay, or what is going to happen in the future. And we will also know at some point of time is that because of these thoughts, okay, we are having waves in our mind. So these waves are of elation and depression. Okay, so one of the major issues with the so many thoughts, the clutter in the mind, is that they lead to stress in our mind. The stress is because we are worried that what is going to happen in the future. We are worried about what happened in the past. Okay, and because that we are always worried, and this adds to stress in our life. And we know that most of the issues that we are facing today in our life are due to stress. There are many stress related diseases which people are suffering today. So the main purpose of Sahaj Yoga meditation is to achieve a state of thoughtlessness. So if you see the wave now, there was a elation and depression. In between that elation and depression phase, there was a very small point, okay, when there was no thought. And when there was no thought, there was neither elation, neither depression. So basically, the point of time in which we didn't had any thought, we were neither elated, neither depressed. So that is the point where we are completely stress free. Through the practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation, if you see the bottom curve now, you see that there was elation and depression. So now the gap which was very minuscule earlier, very minimum, okay, through the practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation, we are trying to increase this gap, okay, and to achieve a state of thoughtlessness. Achieving a state of thoughtlessness will provide a life to us which is free of thoughts, okay, and thereby all the issues which arise due to the worries and the stress that it generates. So now we'll look at the fourth state of consciousness. We can see that the first state of consciousness is walking, okay. During we walk, we are having both physical activity and mental activity, like we are walking, that is physical, and mental is thinking or talking or whatever, okay. Then above that state is the state of dreaming, that is we are sleeping and we are dreaming. So here we do not have any physical activity, but the mental activity is on. We are dreaming means there are some thoughts which are now dreams, okay. Then above that state we have a state of deep sleep. Now it is a general phenomena or an experience with people that whenever we have a nice deep sleep, okay, and we wake up, we feel really very fresh and we feel really very light, okay. So this state of deep sleep is definitely about dreaming and walking, where we are really refreshed, okay, and feel very good, okay. But above this state of deep sleep, which gives us so much comfort, there is a state of complete thoughtlessness, okay. So whatever benefits or whatever comfortable or good feeling that we get after deep sleep, okay, even better than that is a state of thoughtlessness, where we are completely free of thoughts, worries or stress, and the quality of life is at a completely new level. But then many people ask that I'm okay in everything. I have money, I have a life, I have a job and everything. But then why should I do meditation if everything is okay? Even though we are at a good state in our life, okay, but definitely we have thoughts, and sometimes there are negative thoughts and all that. So generally, when we have negative thoughts, they generate stress, okay. So you are stressed about this thing, that thing, future, past, and all that. So if you are stressed, then we know that we get different sorts of diseases. There is hypertension and all that, okay. So to avoid that, we should do meditation, be thoughtless, and avoid negative thoughts and stress. Then at this point of time in our life, we have to do a lot of work, right? So that work also generates pressure. We have our delivery schedules, we have other targets, we have too many projects, okay? So it happens that we are completely divided in many things, and we are worried about each and everything. So that gives us pressure. So that also generates stress. So the practice of meditation can also help you to ease up this work pressure, okay. Then many people are having medicines, okay, for because of some imbalance in the system. So meditation, which brings a balance to the mind, okay, ultimately acts on body and brings balance in the body. So whatever medicines we are having on a continuous basis which are harming our body, these things can be reduced by practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation on daily basis. Okay, so Sahaja Yoga is a very unique concept of meditation, okay, where we work upon the Kundalini Shakti, which is present inside our body, okay, and then this Kundalini, which is present in the coccyx bone or the sacrum bone, okay, which is located at the bottom of a body, rises from the channel and reaches the top of our head. So if you see on the left side in the blue color, basically we have many nadis in our body in the subtle system, okay, but out of these three nadis are very important. The first one on the left side of our body, shown in blue color on the screen, is called as Ida Nadi, the left channel or the moon channel. Okay, and we also call the left nadi or the Ida Nadi as the power of desire. Okay, on the right side, which you can see in the orange color, is our Pingala Nadi, which is on the right side of our body, also called as Sun channel. This is also called as power of our actions. And in between both of these nadi lies the Sushumna Nadi. Okay, so basically in the practice of Sahaja Yoga, our Kundalini Shakti rises through the center channel or the Sushumna Nadi, pierces all the chakras and reaches the final chakra known as Sahasrara chakra. So what are these chakras? Chakras in science are also called as plexuses or energy centers, which are located inside our subtle system. So here's a small video by the founder of by the founder of Sahaj Yoga.
Sa means faith, Jo means bond. So it is born with you the right to become united, which is the yoga, with the divine. We have two sides in our system of autonomous nervous system, left and right, which we call as left and right sympathetic nervous system. The left side caters for our emotions, for our past, our desires. The right side caters for our action, physical and mental. If you indulge into one too much and go too far with it, you develop an imbalance within yourself. In the center lies the third power, which we call as parasympathetic nervous system. This is the channel which is the central part of ascent. When the Kundalini rises through it, it brings you in the balance because it rises in the center of the system. So this is the minimum that happens, that you develop your balance. This is the last breakthrough of our evolution, where you have to get connected with the divine. You have to feed it on your central nervous system, and that's how you get your self-realization.
Okay, so here we can see the various chakras inside our body. Okay, and we can see the relation of these chakras, okay, with all the organs. So generally it happens that whenever we have some disbalances any of the organ, then we suffer from a certain disease. So these diseases can be very easily cured through the practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation by acting on the chakra which is related to that organ. So now we'll see a video where we'll see how Kundalini rises through our subtle system and pierces through the chakras. Okay, so now we're talking about the different chakras or the plexuses. So on the screen you can see like the aortic plexus, how it has a relation with the liver, the kidney, the heart, and the brain. So something about the founder of Sahaj Yoga. Sahaj Yoga was founded by Dr. Shri Nirmala Devi Srivastava. We also call her as Shri Mataji. Okay, she was born on 21st of March 1923 in a place named Chhindwara in Madhya Pradesh. She did her studies in medicine and psychology in 1940s. Okay, and she founded Sahaja Yoga in 1970. Shri Nirmala Devi traveled throughout the world and spread the knowledge of Sahaj Yoga. Okay, and very nice thing about Sahaj Yoga today is that Sahaj Yoga is practiced in around 120 countries around the world. Okay, and millions of people now practice Sahaj Yoga. Also, one more good thing about Sahaj Yoga is that it is taught to everyone free of any cost. It is you can walk into a Sahaj Yoga center in any major city around the world, and you will be taught Sahaj Yoga without any cost or without any fee. And there is no boundary of your caste, creed, religion, or gender. Anyone, irrespective of anything, can go into a center and can learn Sahaj Yoga. So why should we do Sahaj Yoga and what is unique? Okay, so first point is that seekers becomes an own doctor. So in the previous slides, I explained how we have different chakras inside the body, or the energy centers, or the plexuses, and how these plexuses or chakra are associated to different organs inside our body. And as we know that many of the issues that occur inside our body, okay, occur due to some imbalances in any of our organ. And if we work on a chakra which relates to that organ and try to clear it out or make it healthy or into balance, then we can solve that problem. Okay, Sahaj Yoga is also a very natural and spontaneous technique. Okay, there is no physical movement involved. Only sitting at a place for 5 to 10 minutes can give you major advantages. Okay, a very good thing about Sahaj Yoga is that it is completely scientific. Okay, people across the world, not India, Russia, US, and UK, have done their PhDs and thesis on Sahaj Yoga and explained the scientific basis to Sahaj Yoga. Okay, so now we are going to enter the. We just had some theory part. Now we are going to actually enter into the practical part of it. Okay, so before we go into that, I will request the participants to ask question either directly on mic, or they can send the messages on the chat, and we can have few questions before we enter into the practical part. You can write in the messages, or you can just put on your mic and you can ask questions.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Please tell me.
So what is the main difference between the regular yoga or the traditional yoga and Sahaj Yoga?
Okay, sir. The traditional yoga, okay, that we talk about, we only focus on the bodily movements. Okay, we do various asanas, right? So as of now, I think we practice mostly 84 asanas, which are at this point of time practiced in the normal yoga. But sir, the thing is that yoga is not only limited to the physical asanas. Okay, the word is yoga in Sanskrit, which means union. Okay, so this union doesn't mean just only doing the physical body movements, but it should include a union of the subtle energy inside you, which is Kundalini, into the Sahasrara chakra. So if we read into the Sanskrit text which we have, okay, so the yoga means union, and unions means the union of the subtle energy or the Kundalini inside our body to the Sahasrara chakra. So this is the actual meaning of word yoga. Deepak sir, was I clear, or you have any other question?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, we have some other questions as well. Usha ma'am is asking which universities are offering PhDs on this. Usha ma'am, universities are not offering PhDs on this, but people have done their thesis work on Sahaj Yoga to check the scientific basis to the Sahaj Yoga techniques on the health effects. Mr. Wasavi also asked that what is the difference between the normal yoga and Sahaj Yoga. So I have already answered that. Okay, but still, if you have any other question, if you have any other question, you can please ask me. Then Usha ma'am has asked, what was the entry qualification? How do we get the guide? Okay, Usha ma'am, there is no entry qualification here. Anybody, any age, any nationality can start practicing Sahaj Yoga. Okay, And regarding the guidance, we are going to do the practical right now after this question answer session, and you will get to you will have the experience of self-realization, which is provided in Sahaj Yoga. Okay, so that we are going to do it now. I'll once again call for questions, and if in case we do not have any question, then we can go ahead. Okay, Mr. Nagaraju has asked, Dhyanam and Sahaj Yoga both are same or different? Mr. Nagaraju, Sahaj Yoga also includes the procedure of Dhyan, meditation, okay, but it is a little different from the other techniques. Other techniques, you might see that they are based upon breathing techniques or something like that. But Sahaj Yoga is very unique in terms that it utilizes the system of nadis and the Kundalini Shakti. So the state of thoughtlessness is very quickly and easily achieved through Sahaj Yoga. Was my answer satisfactory, Mr. Nagaraju? Okay, sir. Thank you. I think we can move on to the practical part now. Mr. Wasavi has asked, what is Kundalini? Okay, sir. Kundalini is a energy which is located inside our body. Okay, it is located in the subtle system. The place which is located in the physical body is called as the sacrum bone. There is a triangular bone inside the human body below our spinal cord. At this location, the Kundalini energy is located. And through the process of Sahaj Yoga, through the process of self-realization, we give awakening to this energy, and then this energy blesses our 7 chakras. Okay, and also we have a state of thoughtless awareness. Any other question, Mr. Wasabi? Okay, then thank you, sir. DBV, sir. Okay, then I'd like to now we'll go into the practical session. Okay, so I'm going to explain you. The steps that we are going to do. Okay, first I will explain them. Then we can have a question and answer session before we actually go and perform the steps. Steps are quite easy, and we will go through them right now. Okay. As I have explained that we have 3 main nadis or 3 main energy channels. On the left side, we have one channel called as Ida Nadi. On the right side, we have one channel called as Pingala Nadi. And at the center, we have Sushumna Nadi. So before we start the process of self-realization, we have to give balancing to our left side and right side. Okay. So for the process of the left side balance, what we will do, our left hand is going to be on our lap facing sky. The way you can see in the figure on the left side. Okay, the left hand is going to be on our lap, and our right hand is going to be directed towards Mother Earth. You can see in the figure, the hand is directed toward Mother Earth, the right hand. Okay, and the legs are kept wide, and they are not intermingling with each other. Okay, so for doing the left side clearance, our left hand is going to be on our lap facing sky, and right hand is going to be towards Mother Earth. And when we do this, we will say some affirmations. So I'm going to say that while we actually do that. Okay, so this was for our left side. When we do our right side clearance, okay, our right hand is going to be on our lap, the way it is on the right side figure, and our left hand is going to face sky. Okay, so this is how we are going to do the balancing of our right side. Okay, so basically I will also explain what is the reason for clearing the left side and the right side. So when we talk about the left side, there are some issues which arise in our left side. Okay, so the main reason for this issue is the heaviness in our body. Okay, and whenever there is some heaviness in our body, okay, so we need to get rid of it so that our left side is balanced. Even in science and physics, if we throw something heavy towards sky, okay, it is going to fall down on ground. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the ground for grounding all the heaviness from our left side into the Mother Earth. Okay, and on the right side, the imbalances occur due to the heat. Okay, so if we see in nature, whenever there is fire, it tries to rise up, okay, in the sky. So what we are going to do, when we clean our right side, our left hand is towards sky, so that we channel all our excess heat into the sky. Okay, so that is the scientific reason behind the left and right side balance. So this was the balancing technique. Here after this we'll go into the self-realization technique. Okay, so this is our first step of, or we can call it second step. Here our left hand is going to be on our lap facing sky always, and our right hand we will put it on the left side of our heart. Okay, and we will say it 12 times, Mother, I am the pure spirit. So this is our first technique. Okay, second, we are going to put left hand is always going to be on the lap facing sky. With the right hand we'll put it across our forehead. Okay, yeah, like the way we do when we have sometimes headache. Okay, and we are going to, yeah, press it a little, and we're going to say, Mother, I forgive everyone. So this is our second technique. Okay, and then the last one, in the last one, what we are going to do, we are going to stretch our right hand completely like this. Okay, and keep it on our fontanel bone or the crown of the head. Okay, we keep it on the crown of our head and rotate our hands 7 times in clockwise direction. If you can see the video, okay, see the video how I'm doing it. We'll rotate our hand clockwise 7 times. Okay, and while we do this, we will say, Oh Mother, please give me my self-realization. Okay, so this was our last step. Okay, we have to keep this thing in mind that while we do all this step, we have to make sure our eyes are closed. Okay, I'll once again ask if there are some quick questions, or we'll directly go into the steps. Okay, are there any questions, or we can go? Has anybody any doubts regarding what steps I've explained? I will re-explain them if anybody has any doubt. Okay, so can I consider there are no doubts? I am audible, right? Okay. DBV sir said, please explain it once again. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So first, we are going to explain. We are going to do the left side, right side balancing. Okay. For the left side balancing, left hand on our lap. Okay. Right hand towards ground. Okay. For the left side, left hand on the lap facing sky. Just see the left side figure on the presentation. Okay. Left hand on the lap, right hand towards ground. For the right side, right hand on the lap. Okay. Left hand towards sky. Okay. So this is our right side. Okay, so this is for our right side clearance. After this, we will do the self-realization steps. For that, left hand is always going to be on a lap facing sky, the way it is in the figure. Okay, and first step, right hand on our left heart. Okay, and we'll say 12 times, Oh Mother, I am the pure spirit. 12 times. Okay. Next step, our right hand on our forehead like this. Okay, please see the figure. Okay, and we will say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Okay, and then the last step, you can see the camera for the last step. My hand, see my hand, I'm going to stretch it completely. Okay, put it on my fontanel bone or the crown of the head, and going to rotate my hand 7 times with the skin, along with the skin of my fontanel bone. Okay, 7 times in the clockwise direction, and I'll say, Oh Mother, please give me my self-realization. Okay, so these are the steps. Can we start?
Excellent, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So can we start?
Okay, sir.
Okay. I will request all the participants to please close their eyes. Okay. Now we are going to do the left side balance. For this, our left hand is on our lap. Okay. And the right hand is directed towards Mother Earth. We will say an affirmation. We will say, Oh Mother, please channel all the excessive heaviness of my left side into Mother Earth. We will say again, Oh Mother, please channel all the excessive heaviness of my left side into Mother Earth. You can keep your attention on palm of your both hands and see if you feel something. Okay. Once again, we'll say, Oh Mother, please channel all the heaviness of my left side into the Mother Earth. We will keep our attention on the palms of both our hand and see if we can feel something, something cold or hot or tickling or something. Okay, so we are done with our left side. Now we'll go for the right side. For the right side, we will keep our right hand on our lap facing sky. Okay, our left hand is now facing sky, bent in our elbow. Okay, as explained in the step. Here we will say an affirmation. O Mother, please channel all the excessive heat on my right side into the sky element. We will say again, O Mother, please channel all the excessive heat from my right side into the sky element. While doing this, we can keep our attention on the palm of both the hand and see what's happening on the palms. We will say again, O Mother, please channel all the excess heat of my right side into the sky element. Our eyes will remain closed. Eyes have to be closed. Now we'll put our left hand on our lap. Okay. And now we are going to do the self-realization technique. The left hand is on our lap. Our right hand is now on our heart. Our eyes are closed. We will say 12 times. You can repeat after me. O Mother, I am the true spirit. O Mother, I am the true spirit. O Mother, I am the true spirit. O Mother, I am a pure 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 spirit. Okay. Now our right hand will be on our forehead, across our forehead. Right hand across the forehead, and we will say, O Mother, I forgive everyone. We will say, O Mother, I forgive everyone. Please forgive me. We will say, O Mother, I forgive everyone. Please forgive me. Okay, so the next step is we will stretch our right hand, keep it on the fontanel bone or the crown of our head. Okay, and now we are going to rotate the hand 7 times in the clockwise direction, and we'll start. O Mother, please give me my self-realization. 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 We say, O Mother, please give me my self-realization. O Mother, please give me my self-realization. Okay. Now if you are done doing the third step, now you can keep your right hand back on your lap facing sky. Okay. Now you can slowly start opening your eyes. Okay. Please open your eyes. Now you have opened your eyes. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to take your right hand. Okay. And move it above your head. Okay. Like this. Please don't touch your head. Keep it above your head. Okay. And please tell me if you feel something cold or hot or something above your head. Okay. Please check from your right hand. Okay. If you feel something. Okay. Now put your right hand back. Okay. And check with your left hand above your head if you feel something. Something cold or something hot. Okay. Once again with your right hand. Okay. Please check if you feel something hot or cold. DB sir, can you please tell if you feel cold or hot or something? Sir, please tell me if you feel cool or hot.
I put my hand on my, I put the hand on my head, right side. I am feeling little bit hot. Left
Okay.
side, I am little bit chill, cool.
Okay, sir. That's nice, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for experiencing me.
Thank you, sir. Any other experiences? I see a message from Rohit Katkar, sir. He's saying hot. Okay, good. Lakshmi,
Good,
ma'am.
good, sir. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Very good.
Lakshmi, ma'am is saying that she felt hot with the right hand. Okay. Any other experiences? You can also put on your mic and speak up. No issue. Swapna, ma'am said that hot on both hand. Okay.
ఇలాగంటే వేడిగా ఉంది, ఇలాగంటే చల్లగా ఉంది. ఏదో సార్ చెప్తున్నారు. Sir, excellent, sir. I am explaining to my wife also.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Good.
Really nice. Okay. Madhvi Ranjan ma'am says that she felt hot on both hands. Vimula sir is saying cold. Okay, and you can sir also check. All of you can also check if you are feeling something on your hands. Deepak sir is saying that left side cold, right? Okay, nice. You can also check all if you are feeling something on the palm of your hands.
Right
Okay.
side.
Okay. Now I will request the team, the participants. Okay. Mr. Milind is saying right side hot. Okay, Milind sir. Okay. I will request the participants. Okay, to please close their eyes for some time, and when I ask them, they can open their eyes. Okay. So I request you please close your eyes for some time. Okay. Now I request participants to please open their eyes. Okay. Now I would like to know if you felt something different from the first time you closed your eyes and had some thoughts, or you felt a little thoughtless and a little thoughts in your mind. I'd like to know from the participants. You can either speak up on the mic or you can send messages. You can ask questions, no issues. Hello. Hello, am I audible? Hi. Hello.
Yeah, you're audible, Mayur
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So Mr. Deepak said that he's feeling relaxed. That's nice. Okay. What we just felt right now was the experience of self-realization. Okay. And what you actually felt on your head. Okay, either hot or cold, was the experience of the Kundalini energy which traveled from the sacrum bone at the bottom of your spine to the top of your head. Okay. And after this, we can start our daily meditation at home. Okay. I'll request all the participants to please provide us with feedback. Okay. I have sent a message in the chat where I have sent the link. Okay. I have also put a message, a link of the WhatsApp group where you can join us so that we can also explain you further regarding the practice of Sahaja Yoga meditation. Now, from today, you can start practicing meditation at home. It's a very simple thing that you can do meditation for 5 minutes in the morning and then 5 minutes in the before you sleep. Okay. Uh, so I'd like to ask you if in case the participants have any questions regarding the meditation or any of the things that we've covered till now. You can either okay. Bhavani sir, you have to do the daily meditation, okay? And the time, we don't have any specific time for every person, okay? Because since every person is unique, okay? So the time required is different for different type of different people, okay? But it is really clear that if you do this meditation daily 2 times, okay, just 5 minutes, not much. You can do for a longer time, but minimum you can do it for 5 minutes, okay? So it is definitely going to help you achieve a more clearer vision on your chakras. Okay. I think you already had a realization of your Kundalini power. Okay. You could feel hot or cold on your head. Okay. So that's the starting experience, and with this experience, you can start your journey, and definitely you will able to feel all the chakras inside your body. Okay. And I have put in here the link of the WhatsApp group. I request all of you to please join this group so that we can guide you ahead onto your journey in spirituality and Sahaja Yoga. Was my answer satisfactory, Mr. Bhavan? Okay, thank you. Any other question?
Sir, can you please post the WhatsApp group link again, sir? Actually, I lost my internet connection, sir.
Okay, just a second. I have pasted both WhatsApp group link, okay, and the feedback form link. So I just request all the participants to please fill up the feedback form and also on the WhatsApp group. Mr. Wasavi has asked what is self-realization, and also Mr. Sunil Kumar has asked a question. Usha ma'am has asked. So first, Mr. Wasavi, self-realization. Okay, self-realization in Sanskrit is called as Atma Sakshatkar. Okay, we talk about Atma or the spirit all the time, but the realization of the spirit, okay, which happens when the Kundalini power rises to the top of your head, okay, is the process called as the self-realization. Yeah, definitely this is not a complete definition, but the definition is very big. So I'll request you to please join us on the WhatsApp group, and definitely as we progress, okay, as you do meditation and attend the sessions of meditation, definitely we will be able to tell you, explain you, and make you actually practically realize what is self-realization. But the process has already happened. If you have felt cold or hot on your hand or at the top of your head. Sunil Kumar Jaiswal sir has asked which is the right time for this. Sir, basically you can do this meditation at any time in the day. Okay, You can either do it sitting at ground, sitting on the ground. You can do it sitting on the chair, sitting on the sitting even in your office, no issues. But the best time is in the morning after you wake up, and once you do it when you wake up in the morning, and second time you do it before you go to sleep. Any other questions? Thank you, Sunil Kumar, sir. If in case I think no other question, then maybe thank you, DDV, sir. If in case we don't have any question, then maybe we can sum up the this presentation. I am really thankful for providing us with this opportunity to have this session with you all. Usha ma'am has asked if this is so much easy, why many people are unnecessarily doing dhyana for hours together. Yes. So basically, the process of realization is quite easy through Sahaja Yoga. Okay, and this is one of the reason. Okay, you have pointed out it really very correctly that people are doing it for hours and hours and they are not getting it, but you have done it with such an ease. So this is the reason. Okay, Sahaja Yoga is so popular and practiced in more than 120 countries across the world. Okay, all the major cities in the world, you have centers of Sahaja Yoga. You can walk in and do the meditation for free. Okay, so this is the unique thing about Sahaja Yoga. Siddhesha ma'am has asked difference between exercise and yoga. Ma'am, exercise, there are different exercises. There are physical exercise and there are mental exercise. Okay. So mostly, but we talk about physical exercises which only acts on your body. But when we talk about yoga, we only see that people doing yogasanas. Okay, the 84 yogasanas. But yoga is not limited to the physical body movements. Yoga works on your mind, body, and soul. Okay, so it is a great mixture of how you can bring your mind, body, soul. Okay, in a complete unison. Okay, and achieve higher state of living. Okay, or higher balances in your life. So that is a difference between yoga. Yoga is completely holistic. Sahya ma'am has asked, is it more helpful for physiotherapy for paralyzed person? Ma'am, I'll request you to please connect to us through the WhatsApp group. Okay, we will definitely discuss to you in more detail on this matter, for sure. Do we have any other questions? Thank you, ma'am. Please connect us on the group, ma'am. Sahya ma'am. Thank you. Welcome all. In case we have any question, then we can continue. I will also put my personal phone number here. Okay, so this is my number. You can contact me on WhatsApp. Okay, and we will definitely help you. I have already given the group link. I have also given my number. Okay, so please connect us through the numbers or the WhatsApp group, and we'll definitely help you through your journey in spirituality and Sahaja Yoga. Do we have another question? I don't know if we have more time now. Radhika ma'am? Just a second.
Yeah. Thank you, Mayur sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will once again put the link. Just a second.
Yeah.
I'm once again thankful to all of you for giving us this opportunity, and I'll once again request to please fill in the form for the feedback, and also join us on the WhatsApp group. And we have our weekly meditation sessions on Sunday, so please join us. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
I will take your leave. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Yeah, sessions are completed with this last session. I request the participants to take the exam now. I'm sharing the link to a group as well as to your mails. The link is there in the WhatsApp group. You can start the exam. Time is till 3:30 p.m. After that, we'll have valedictory. You can start writing the exam now.
Ma'am, can you please share the link, please? Ma'am? Hello? Ma'am, can you hear me? Hello?
To share it to your WhatsApp group. Please check it once.
Yeah, link is shared to your mail IDs also. Those who are not able to see WhatsApp, you can log into your registered mail IDs and start the exam. We'll share here also. Yeah, your time starts now. Yeah, half an hour. Half an hour. From 3:04 to 3:34. After that, we'll have valedictory.
Final submission is not.
Really?
Final submission now.
ఇక్కడ ప్రివ్యూ వస్తుంది దాని మీద రావట్లేదు అన్న రాలేదా
ఏమో
ఇక్కడ ప్రివ్యూ కనపడుతుంది సార్ క్లిక్ చేయండి
దీని ప్రజెంట్ ఆప్షన్